Local attorney is trying to find out if chemicals in equipment that firefighters use may be getting them sick, possibly very sick.
Bob Bullitt has experience in this department. He won a near billion-dollar class action settlement from DuPont Chemical last year after dangerous chemicals ended up in some of Ohio and West Virginia's drinking water. Local 12's Jeff Hirsch talked to a firefighter who was willing to become the face of the new case.
Well, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in December of 2016.
Jeff Hermes is chief of the Bellevue McMill Fire Department in rural Boone County. But for nearly 20 years before this, Hermes was a firefighter at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton and then at the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. Firefighters like Jeff Hermes and others don't just use water to fight fires. In some cases, they use firefighting foam for petroleum-based fires, oil, gasoline, car fires, airplane fires. But whatever the fire, all firefighters also wear protective gear, turnout coats, and helmets. At issue, highly fluorinated chemicals, one called PFOA, another PFOS. In foam, highly fluorinated chemicals help smother fires. In gear, they can help keep out water and stains. Hermes and his lawyer Rob Balott want to find out if those chemicals are responsible for any firefighter illnesses. At least half a dozen studies say firefighters have a higher cancer rate than does the general public. The question is why? As Balott noted in a letter to federal regulators, for many years unusually high rates of cancer and other adverse health effects have been observed among our nation's firefighters and emergency responders, particularly among responders who handle or use firefighting foam or wear gear treated or made with PFOA or PFOS.
These people should not be being exposed to unknown risks in the foam and the equipment they're using. You know, they've taken on enough risk as it is to help protect us. They shouldn't be unknowingly exposed to something that's putting their own lives at risk.
Balott and Hermes have asked the Agency for Toxic Substances and Disease Registry, ATSDR, to immediately begin a nationwide study to see if highly fluorinated chemicals are indeed connected to firefighter illnesses.
Honestly, for me, the light came on. When you get that call over the phone, hey Jeff, you have cancer, you know, and it's prostate cancer, and it's life-changing, you know, and you really start to do some research at that point to figure out where this came from.
There are warning signs. PFOA in drinking water has already been statistically linked to 6 diseases, including kidney and testicular cancer. That link established by an independent science panel in Rob Balott's West Virginia water case. So, the U.S. Air Force is taking water wells out of service at or near bases nationwide, including Wright-Patt in Dayton, because elevated levels of PFOA and PFOS have been found. Firefighting foam, which contained the chemicals, may be to blame for the contamination, so this older type of foam is being phased out. The chemical industry and the fire gear industry say they do not see a threat to firefighters. 3M was a major manufacturer of firefighting foam. The company says it phased out PFOA and PFOS more than a decade ago. But the company also says, we believe PFOA and PFOS do not present health risks at levels they are typically found in the environment or in human blood. And the company says that even if the chemicals are in firefighters' blood, there's no proven cause and effect relationship between that and firefighter illness. Dayton-based Lion Company is a major gear manufacturer, which says it does not use PFOA nor PFOS in its gear. In a letter to Local 12, the company says they recently reviewed one class action attorney's false statement that firefighter gear is treated or made with PFOA or PFOS, and suggesting firefighter cancer may be attributable to their turnout gear. Lion, which provides the turnout gear at Jeff Hermes Fire Station, says it has never used those chemicals, although it is possible that trace amounts of PFOA may have been present in materials received from suppliers. However, Lion says, based on all available scientific data, such nominal trace amounts, if they existed at all, would not have posed any health risk to firefighters. Lion says higher firefighter cancer rates likely come from various carcinogenic substances produced by fires. Attorney Balott says he's not accusing Lion Company or any other company of anything. He's just asking questions. Questions like this. One study found PFOS among 9 fluorinated chemicals which were exclusively or significantly more frequently detected at higher levels in firefighters compared to controls. But can that be linked to diseases? Firefighter Hermes and his lawyer want first responders around the nation blood tested to find out for sure. If not, they may sue.
This is not about, making a dollar. This is about protecting, my brothers and sisters.
Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News.
Balot says Congress recently approved $10 million to study the impact of these chemicals, but it's unclear if that study will look specifically at firefighters. We've linked the documents from the story at local12.com.